This is a montage, a photo montage of a project I did out back. I'm not going to pause the videos or slow them down, the photos. I'm just going to let you go through them and pause them as you see fit. But this is the back corner of my yard, and I'm always looking for something different to do. So as you can see, I started out with just a couple chairs, and then I made a fire pit and put some stone pavers around it, and then decided I'm going to put some river rock and a border and make a few more chairs. All those chairs and benches there I made myself. That brick thing in the background there is a rocket stove, if you're not familiar with those. And there's my dog Hopper, he's supervising the entire thing. Those Adirondack chairs I make and sell. That's just old pieces of cement from fence posts that I pulled out a long time ago. That's the rocket stove right there. Nothing fancy, it's just you start a fire in the sides and then it comes up through the top basically. And if you look in those sides there, that top hole on the side is where you put the fire. And that whole back corner changed as we went along. I removed all the shrubs back there. I put up a new fence, as you'll see later. Again, there's the fire pit, and just old pieces of concrete and pavers that I had. There I'm starting the outdoor kitchen portion of this thing in the background there, that wooden structure. Got all my brick lined up. I actually kind of borrowed this idea from Sean James at My Self-Reliance. He built a nice outdoor kitchen. You can check out his YouTube channel, My Self-Reliance. So that wasn't my original idea, but this is different than his, but the basic idea was his, so I don't want to take all the credit for that. There's the foundation for the actual grill portion of it. It's going to be a grill and a pizza oven as we go along. There's Hopper supervising again. If you pause it there, those pieces of wood sticking out in that hole, they're just 3 or 4 inches long, and they're screwed onto a piece of plywood. They're not full logs. It's just kind of a facade, if you will. Here I am starting the brickwork. And the pizza oven, once I get to it, was another idea that I saw on YouTube. It's a conglomerate of several people that did DIY pizza ovens. So I used a couple different techniques borrowed from other people and some of mine. There you can see I got some of the brickwork done in the front. Now I'm starting in the grill section there. We use it quite often. It's really hot in the summer. We're in North Carolina. It's very hot down in that corner of the property in the summertime, but in winter and fall and the spring it's perfect. If I do cook out there in the summer, I'll try to cook earlier in the morning, and test fire going there. Again, it's hot, so I've kind of strung up that top to give me a little shade. That's the base for the pizza oven. Those are actually fire brick, the old style red fire brick. I used high temp mortar to secure those down to the concrete base. And then I started with the archway there. That's the front of the pizza oven, if you will. I just made a plywood and cardboard mold and just kind of bricked up around it piece by piece. And there's the rest of it going together. I usually did 3 or 4 rows a day on each side, and then let it set for a day or two, and then come back to it. It's not a huge oven, but it's big enough to, certainly big enough to get a couple pizzas in there, or a skillet. The inside has been coated with high temp mortar once again. But there's the oven, and what I did on top of it was I put the high temp mortar mixed with some of that garden stuff. I forget the name of it now. Perlite. And then I painted it with a high temp paint. And that's the oven, and we call it our campfire area. If ever I want to go out with a dog, I'll just say, "Hey Hopper, you want to go on the campfire?" And off we go. He knows exactly where it is. A little wood storage underneath. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. We've used the pizza oven to cook pizzas, and I can cook roasts in there in a Dutch oven, things like that. So it's a good little oven. It's in a perfect spot. You can see the house up there, but it's down the back corner down here, and it's really nice. This is kind of going back to where I coated it. I put chicken wire over it too before I put that high temp mortar and the perlite on it. There we go, I already did a couple of smaller fires in it. I did a couple small fires here and there just to kind of get it all cured inside before I started doing a larger fire. Cutting board on the side there, or in between the grill and the pizza oven. A little fire in the fire pit. That big stump chunk there is a big oak tree I had taken down in my yard. Shoot, it's been several years ago now. That was still in the ground. There's Hopper surveying the whole property. Whenever I'm out there, he's there with me. This back piece of along that back fence is property. When we bought the house, you couldn't even see that fence. This backyard was atrocious. Just all overgrown, and couldn't see anything. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that.